Hey everyone. So, I don't even know how to start this, but some time ago I prayed for twins and got twins. My wife became pregnant with twins, and then shortly after that we were given a fatal diagnosis for the one twin. And I remember calling out to Jesus and crying out to God, and everything inside me and my heart and my mind and my spirit kept resonating this verse in Luke 11, I believe it is, where it says, if you ask a father for a fish, will he give you a snake? It kept going over and over and over again in my head. You ask your father for a fish, will he give you a snake? Earthly father, he said, how much more would your heavenly father give you? So I thought, yeah, great. This is my miracle verse. This is the verse I'm going to hold on to for God to do something great. This is my truth. This is my foundation that I will believe. And day after day, it was bad news. Nothing changed. Nothing would change. So I started thinking, how am I going to answer this question? What happens when God gives you a snake? And I thought, how am I going to answer this? When people ask me, why didn't God heal? I ask myself, why would God give me that and then not do anything? What am I going to do if God doesn't heal my baby? How am I going to answer that? How am I going to justify this to myself and to others? Just pick verses out of the Bible. Well, you got trials and tribulations, and you got this and that, and God says this, and He's not a vending machine. You can't just ask and put it in and think you're going to get it. It's how we as Christians justify the bad things that happen. It's how we as Christians justify when God doesn't answer your prayer like you want Him to. And then I'm driving home from work today. And God started speaking to me, and He says, because I've been asking a long time, how am I going to answer this? Never got a question, or never got an answer. That was my question. How am I going to answer this? What am I going to do? How am I going to justify this? And God basically said, it's the wrong question, Bill. Your perspective's wrong. I'm telling you, I would never give you a snake. That's the whole thing. I'll never give you a snake. When you ask me for a fish, you will always get a fish. Everything good is from God. Nothing that's not good is not from God. You know what I mean? We don't always get what we want, but everything good is from God. And I don't have to justify things for Him. I don't have to justify God. everything good is from God. That's what he's telling us. That's a wrong perspective. The right perspective is, wow, he didn't answer the prayer like I wanted him to. Does that mean that when God answers my prayer the way I want him to, he's good, but when he doesn't, he's bad? So who is God to me? I was never going to walk away from him, whether he healed my baby or not. I love him too much, trust him too much, but I would have considered him bad. I would have had to justify those actions. How dare he sit there and say that if I ask him for a fish, he wouldn't give me a snake. Then why did he give me a snake? And God's like, I never gave you a snake. Never will give you a snake. That's my point. We live in a fallen world. That's the absolute truth. Nothing from God is not good. All things good are from God. We don't have the answers. We don't understand. We don't know why. But all things good are from God. Too many times we don't give Satan enough credit. And we give God too much. Too many times we blame God for the things that this world, this fallen world is responsible for. Too many times God gets the credit for evil. But that's his whole point. I'm good. I'm a good father. And Bill, no matter what happens, and no matter what happens in your life, I'm good. And I will never give you a snake.